Okay, welcome. So we are looking at the creations of Adam by Michelangelo, the statue of David, also by Michelangelo, the Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci, or the St. Peter's Square at Vatican by Gian Bernini. You are very familiar with this, right? The subtle yet powerful sense of beauty behind it. And we talk about this style very long time. It's the Renaissance style, right? But we rarely talk about the movement behind it, the movement of bringing back the richness from the past. So Renaissance was a 300 years period of history of bringing back the Greeks' greatest values in philosophy, beauty, architecture, led by the Medici family in Florence family. They believe that their society are missing something that need to be revived from the Greeks' time. And from that visions, they funded the greatest philosophers, artists, architects of their time to build the society they want to revive. And they fund so much in that visions, and they believe it's so strong that the greatest name from the Renaissance time are linked to the influence of the Medici family. Michelangelo lived with the family and studied art in the pavilion. Leonardo da Vinci worked in the business network. They believe that art is a form of education and we should live amongst art. They believe that urban area create us human in the sense that good urban area create good human. They believe that houses should be designed for us to live a good life inside of it. Public area should promote arts, beauty, and social connections. And they believe that art should express virtue, social goodness, hence wisdom. So, to actually understand and have some feeling, to fully understand and fully appreciate the Renaissance time, it would take days and weeks to talk about it. But look at this. You feel something, right? You feel like, oh, we're missing something of this. And this is still very beautiful. Like 500 years later, and from the influence, from the Medici family influence, we still have paintings, buildings, sculptures, and philosophical ideas that still hold impact 500 years later. And yet, that feeling is worth discussing. So, what do we have now? We took a look at the glories of the Renaissance. We have billboards everywhere. We have ads on smartphones and ads everywhere. We have office, factories, concrete jungles everywhere, and we still feel lost, lack of navigations in many senses. We feel disconnected in a world we were promised to be globally connected. We feel our values is non-existent, only to see celebrities, influencers, brandings, luxury entities, or number of likes on social medias. And that makes me think, where are we and how are we related to the art, to the beauties around us, right? We only to see beautiful thing around us, only ask us to click on the ads, to buy more, to get coupons, to download apps, and so on. And art became so unfamiliar to us. So a little bit personal here. So last year I had a very frustrated situation. A friend of mine canceled an important plan of us. I was frustrated, confused, and angry until I see this artwork. It's called Impermanence by Trần Nữ Y Khê and was displayed at Gallery Win, very near from this hall. You can actually walk there. And I will let you to determine your own feelings about this artwork. But to me, it brought me true calmness. It was a very subtle feeling, mysterious, soothing, and somehow it brought me back to the one true reason and the solutions, the situations, myself. And that shows that there's still hope to look for in this world. We still have museums, we still have art galleries, and great visionary artists leading us. In Love with the World by Anika Yi will send you out of this world if you watch it. And those are some examples that there's still hope to look for. Art still hold impact for us Art still gives us a sense of ourselves and teach us how to understand it. Art still gives us a sense of this world and the issues around it. Art still educates us how to live a meaningful life, and art still gives us a sense of the world we believe we're living in. So this is I Watch, and I believe this is one of the most important artwork of our century. And be a part of what's called art. So is it enough just to say, right? Being an engineer and scientist hybrid working in artwork, my job is to help artists create their visionary artworks, from ideas to real artworks, from spark of thought, creative thought, into real working system. Modern artwork somehow is a blend of creative ideas, mixing, blending with advance of modern technology and engineering to give us a sense, an experience, and feelings that art might give us. So this is a project I worked in 2022 as a lead engineer, and it's called They Die a Natural Death by Nguyễn Trinh Thi, a Vietnamese artist and filmmaker for Documenta 15, one of the most prestigious contemporary art events. So my job was to design a system to capture, to harness the data from the sensor, wind sensors in Vietnam, and transfer it to Germany in real time, 11,000 kilometers across the globe. And using that data to control the theater of shadow animations and flutes. So this is a video of it. So this artwork was an experience to show everyone that Internet of Things and data technology can be integrated into artwork. That those technology can break the border of country to bring art to everyone. It was a concept to prove that to let nature, to let the landscape control the feelings, the experience of the seer, and also to show us that we can live in a world that computer control everything that we might not notice. Another project inherit this design is for Thailand Biennale, also by Nguyễn Trinh Thi. It's called Rising, or briefly translates soundless. This time we built a system design, a sensor system to capture the movement of the Mekong River, the river that we call Mother, to get the data of it. And now we have bigger instrument, we have bigger flutes, and we have system of wireless fat instrument to make this temple, a 300 years old temple, a very mysterious and deadly area, wakes up and wakes us up with the sound of it, with the movement from the river. And no one would notice that everything was controlled by mere computers. So this is me as a lead engineer for And They Die a Natural Death in making of this project in Hanoi. So before I got this project, I feel myself very unrelated to art and very unlikely to be working in art. But now art is not far from us. Art is, the process of making, of having ideas and efforts to bring those ideas into reality. Art is something that all of us can take part in, no matter who we are. And artworks are expressions of individuals or a group of people who believe in some sort of ideas that this world deserves to see, to experience, and to have feelings for. And this is me 9 years ago during my high school, like most of you here, in a very weird looking suit of electronics to control a robot. The one who took this picture was a professor at a university, and he took me out of the room to tell me to keep on working on what I'm dreaming of. And because I failed these competitions. So, and the rest is now. I'm telling you this because you're still young, might out there, you're still young. Maybe you're still starting your first lines of code, or starting your first poems, your first writing. Maybe your first drawing is still a draft. Maybe your first science project is still a theory. But go on, go forth. The odds might go against you, but your mission is to go against all the odds, right? And yeah, there's a lot of inspirations and right resources out there for you to help you, to give you an ability to start working on your dream. And to end my talk, I'm sharing one last thing. In 2021, when I published my book, I quoted on my first page, give ordinary people the right tools and they will design and build the most extraordinary things. I believe out there, there's many right tools for you to pick up. So pick up your tool to start working, to start creating, to start all the years and efforts that you want to put into your dream. And I guarantee you that the journey will be cold, hard, and cruel. And I cannot guarantee you that you will be successful, but it's worth it. It's worth all the effort you put into it. And go out there to make your most extraordinary things, like the one who started the Renaissance. Thank you.